Hi. Okay, we're going to start off here in one end of the property and work our way all the way through. You got a large piece of property, all fenced in, have custom-made workshop here, and we're going to show you the custom-made day sailors. They used a lot of the vintage.
Only vintage.
Only vintage pieces.
So they never go away. They're timeless.
They're timeless, and
so
they're timeless.
If you buy the first one, it's the same as the last one.
It is, and you have the molds.
I have the molds.
Okay, talk to me about the
molds.
We're going to walk and talk as we go along, because what we're going to do is Mr. Richard is going to be selling it all and going off. I know that we're walking up to the molds. It's the only set of molds that go with these day sailors. Now, you started to tell me about these day sailors and that something about holding a speed record.
No. These are just a vintage classic day sailor. These are sail. I used to build racing hulls, which I used to have. I do have a couple of world records with my boats. I built the outboards. And back in the 70s.
So that started you with wanting to go and move on to the next direction.
With those, and then I retired, and I decided to go slow. So.
Okay, so this is a mold. Tell me about your mold.
Well, these molds are 11 foot in length. I don't know if you'll see anything.
Oh, just look underneath it. We're just going to go look through. Now, we're just going to talk about the molds a little bit, because we're going to carry you into.
At this point, to keep the weather from.
Yeah, they're covered, because we're going to have an auction here on site, and we're going to walk in and we're going to look at some of these boats and some of these day sailors that are complete, partially complete in the process. Look at this. Isn't this a beautiful little piece? Now, tell me about this one. I know that this is an important.
This is the sailboat. The larger version of the classic, which I created this boat. I took the standard 11-foot day sailor and I sculptured a canoe stern on it and created the longer boat, which is 13.6.
Okay, I'm just going to span around here, because I know that you put this, in order to build these boats in here, you have this.
I have an overhead hoist here. It's 4,000 pound.
4,000 pound overhead.
Overhead hoist. It'll pick and travel. It's 31 foot from center to center on the span.
Well, that's pretty cool. Now, this piece here, this is one of your.
Yes, this is a boat that I've started to build. It's a 21-foot new England skipjack. It's got a 1802 vintage single cylinder reversible 5-horse motor for that, and it's going to have a sail on it, and there's a lot of little amenities to that one.
Now, we're just going to wander around through, because I know we have the bandsaws, we have the compressors, we have all the tools, we have equipment, supplies. Welding equipment. Now, I'm going to come down here and we're going to look at some of the other pieces. Now, Richard is going ahead and put together a list of all the boats that are currently available. I know that you are selling these. These are high-end pieces, and what was their retail prices on, like this one right here?
Well, those boats would initially sold for about I were going to try to market this with the trailer and all. I mean, these are top of the line. They're built with 100% vinyl ester. There's not the general purpose resin that would be prone to osmosis, so you're going to get the very best. And we also feature lifetime bronze hardware.
Oh, those are beautiful. I know you told me you called it the jewelry, right?
Yeah, the jewelry.
Okay.
Black jewelry.
Now we've got 1, 2, 3 in various states. Now this one is pretty much complete.
That's a little 11-foot sailing dinghy, and what it lacks mostly is just putting the rails on it. I have the spars basically put together with a little work. I have hardware for them, so I mean that little boat could be completed
in no time. Now that is the top.
No, that was my master mold to make the mold for the deck.
Okay.
For the bigger boat, the reef cat.
Now,
right behind you here.
We're retiring and moving on to a new adventure. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this piece right here, I'm going to go ahead and do. It's kind of difficult because we're going to walk around and just look at some of these pieces, because there's so many in this. Well, how big is this barn?
This building is 36 by 60. It's 2,160 square foot, 12 foot to the eave, 2 12 by 14 doors in each end, 2 10 by 10s midway, and an 8 by 8 bathroom complete with shower, tile floor, vanity, very nice.
Move right in and get working.
Right in. It's got built-in service, 200 amp service underground. The floor is about 5 inches thick, so you could put some serious equipment on it, and there's no cracks in this floor.
Okay, we're just going to wander around. I'm just going to pan a couple of different spots. Again, lots of nice trees in the backyard, fenced all the way through the back. You got entrances coming on 2 different sides of the front and the back. That's your bathroom. This right here that we're looking at?
That's a reef cat.
A reef cat.
This boat is complete with the exception that it needs the seat and the deck I have the parts made, I just haven't finalized assembly of that.
So we have several boats that are in various stages of completion.
Yeah, and if somebody wanted to put a wood deck on this boat, it would be very easy to do this. And this might be what somebody would really like to do with this. I don't have any with wood decks on them, I have them with fiberglass, but the wood deck would really accent the boat.
Now, we have lots of custom specialty woods that you use for marine purposes that we're going to be
With
selling.
the wood that's in this building, I'm going to maintain that.
You're going to maintain the van, okay, good. All right, we have the big fan,
fan.
and then this Shopmaster.
Yeah, the Shopmaster is a milling and lathe combination, and that's a very nice little tool. I use it a lot. And actually, I made a lot of the hardware for the boats with that.
Okay, drill press here.
Another drill press and another brand new little dust collector.
And here,
And here, that's another fan potential. It's two double squirrel cage fan.
double scroll,
And
and then,
here in this box, which you can't see, is I think it's a 18 by 16 or 18 by 20 tent with a candy striped roof on it.
Oh, cool.
Never been out of the box.
wonderful, wonderful. Now these here, we're talking about your motors.
Yeah, these motors right here are. I could.
You're not really sure if you're selling all of them. There might be some of them that we're going to be selling.
We'll have to see. They all run. They're none of them froze up. In other words, they're all should be running.
And they range in age from?
These are the 60s, early 60s to the late 60s.
Now, these are the ones that you used when you did your racing boats?
No, I have other motors.
You have
But
other-
they look like these. but they're-
Okay. All right,
Same
so
thing.
we're going to come around again. This is this one that we looked at before?
This is the motor I'm keeping.
Okay, well, that's the motor you're keeping, then you need to keep that.
Yeah, I don't-
You're going to go on your adventure with you. All right, so we're going to look at these again. We're just going to do a quick glance across.
If you want to stop here a moment, if you look at the back of this boat, this is the boat that I created with the canoe stern versus the wine glass stern. If you'll walk back here, this is a wine glass stern. So this is the 11-footer. I sculpted 30 inches on it and created this stern
Oh,
to make
that's
a longer
good.
boat.
So, and the purpose for that is?
That I was going to put a steam engine in one of these. I never got to that, but the reason I had to do that, I had to move the shaft back further to get clearance for the propeller to swing.
Huh, all right, well, we're going to do a quick scan around showing the other parts of the property. It goes all the way down here. We do have some more molds and some other
This is a pretty little
boats.
shot right here.
It's a pretty little shot. We'll back right up and we'll take a look at it.
Some of the boats.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see because it got the black, it's got dark in the back, but it kind of gives you an idea. Beautiful piece of property. We're just going to spin right around. Palmettos, the house is closer to the front. We'll walk back around this way and show you the house. I'm not going to go in. We'll just show you it's within close proximity. How many acres do we have here?
I think there's about 3 acres right here.
3 acres, all fenced. And there's the house up front, and then it's a nice little house, and we'll do further photos of that.
That's the garage here.
As a garage, a separate garage, and the house up front,
That
and we
garage
have
is
another
32, but 24 by 32 garage.
24 by 32 garage, and then you have a little another work
That's
area
18
here.
by 30.
18 by 30. Now I'm going to spin around because I really want to give you the full impact of this wonderful sailboat, and then we're going to walk up close to it, and you're going to talk to me about this sailboat that you pulled out, put the sail up for us, so we could show everybody.
Actually, this design is a Charles Whistle design. He's deceased.
Charles Wissold.
Yes, he's from up in the New England area.
Uh-huh.
He designed these boats, but he's now deceased. I got permission from his wife to build these boats, and she gave me all the information that I needed to market these boats and using the Whistle.
Well, it is beautiful. I know. Here we go. We're talking about the candy or the jewelry, the boat jewelry.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And you had all of this plated?
No.
No.
It's bronze.
It's
solid bronze.
Solid bronze. Oh,
There's
see?
there's nothing plated here. This is the
See,
real
keep
deal.
me straight. That's a good thing.
There's nothing plated on this boat.
Nothing plated. All straight, real bronze. That's what makes this a special piece,
That's
right?
right, exactly.
And then this number?
That is the ID number, manufacturer, whole ID number.
Okay. So I just want to kind of give him
And quite honestly, that number I put on there this last year, but actually I could renumber that boat because it hasn't left here yet.
It hasn't
It
left.
wouldn't matter if you bought this one or if you bought a new one. They're the same design and they're timeless. Matter of fact, the older they are, the better they are because these are, if somebody else starts building them, you got the original.
You got the original. All right. Well, we're going to be here. We're going to be selling all these items here. So
come
watch.
complete with trailer, too.
They come complete with trailer. Well, that's good.
Trailer cover, spar socks. Matter of fact, these spars, I have I have a system to bundle all of these together and carry this down the road of the unit. So
Huh.
you have to lift this out, fold this up, and then you store these spars in a sleeve that will protect them from the weather.
Huh, well, that's a great
And a
idea.
cover that goes over the outside that protects the whole boat. So,
All right, well, we've got this all taken care of. We're going to be popping this up so we can share this information with some people right here in Little Inverness. We'll have the auction. Watch the website. Check it out. We'll be here. There's a possibility we may be selling the real estate as well. So keep it up. And if you have, oops.